I've been in love with the game since I could walk. Played D3 baseball through college. Watched more games than I could count. And spent too many nights arguing batting averages, home runs, and RBIs with friends long after last call. But there's one name, Mickey Mantle, that always finds its way into those conversations. Mantle wasn't just a player. He was the game for a generation. He is the game for those of us who still believe in the magic of it all. When you talk about the world of baseball, and I mean the full scope of it, it's heart, pain, numbers, triumph. You have to talk about Mickey. Mickey Mantle was born in 1931 in Commerce, Oklahoma, a mining town so small you could blink and miss it. His dad, Elvin Mutt Mantle, was a lead miner and former semi-pro ball player who saw something in Mickey before anyone else did. And the thing is, Mutt didn't just dream for his boy. He prepared him. From the time Mickey could swing a bat, he'd be out in the yard hitting balls from both sides of the plate. Mutt pitched right-handed. Grandpa pitched left. That wasn't a coincidence. They were crafting a switch hitter in the shadows of the Great Depression. But it wasn't all sunshine. Mickey nearly died at age 7 from osteomyelitis, a bone disease that required him to undergo multiple surgeries. He walked with a limp for a stretch of his childhood. Imagine that the fastest man in baseball, once nearly crippled before he ever took a leadoff first base. And yet, out of that humble soil, out of that one stoplight town, bloomed a legend who would change the world of baseball forever. By the time Mantle hit high school, the legend was already taking root. Scouts whispered about his raw power, his arm, his speed, his ability to hit from both sides with authority. He signed with the New York Yankees in 1949 for $1,500 and a promise. He was just 17. His early days in the minors were electric and uneven. The Joplin Miners in Joplin, Missouri, saw him rake a .383 average with 26 home runs in 1950. But he struck out more than anyone on the team. He was like a wild stallion, fast, beautiful, untamed. One scout wrote, "He can do everything, but he doesn't know how to do anything yet." Still, the buzz got louder. By 1951, the Yankees were ready to bring him to the big stage. The kid from Commerce was called up to the greatest franchise in the world of baseball. Think about this. You're 19. You're handed center field at Yankee Stadium. You're told, not in words but in stares and headlines, that you're the next Joe DiMaggio, the next face of the game. Mantle struggled. He struck out. He was sent back down. And for a minute, people wondered if the hype had been too much. But Mickey came back with fire. He found his rhythm in 1952 and locked down center field. He was fast, ridiculously fast. Some say he ran a 3.1 to first base. That's not a typo. He was also hitting balls farther than anyone had ever seen. In 1956, it all clicked. He won the Triple Crown, .353 average, 52 homers, 130 RBIs. He won the MVP. He led the Yankees to another World Series title. That year, Mickey Mantle was more than just the best player in the world of baseball. He was the only player on earth who could do what he did. Let's talk stats, because you can't appreciate Mantle without the numbers. He played 18 seasons with the Yankees, from 1951 to 1968. He hit 536 home runs, drove in 1,509 runs, stole 153 bases, and had a career batting average of .298. He walked more than he struck out, an on-base machine in a power hitter's body. He was a 3-time MVP in 1956, 1957, and 1962, a 20-time All-Star, and a 7-time World Series champion. But the wildest part? His World Series stats. He hit 18 home runs in the Fall Classic. That's still the record. He also holds World Series records for RBIs 40, runs 42, and walks 43. Now consider that he did most of this on knees that would have sidelined most athletes. Torn cartilage, bone spurs, surgeries, cortisone shots. The guy played through pain that would have sent me to the trainer for the season. He limped through greatness and still outran the pack. You want war, young bucks? Mickey Mantle's career wins above replacement was 110.2. That's better than DiMaggio, better than Griffey, just a tick behind Mays. And again, on one good leg. There was something about Mantle that made him feel like one of us. He was cocky but humble, country but cool. He joked with fans, drank with teammates, cried when he lost. Mantle wasn't a machine like Gehrig or a god like Ruth. He was flawed, mortal, brilliant, human, and he had demons. Alcohol became a quiet co-pilot. His family history of early death haunted him. He once said he never thought he'd make it to 40. He played like a man running out of time, and in some ways, he was... But Mickey wasn't just wild. He had grace. He loved the game. He loved the Yankees. And he loved the fans, even when he didn't always know how to show it. Later in life, when his body broke down, Mantle became shockingly honest about his regrets. In one of the most famous press conferences of his life, he told kids, "Don't be like me." He said it not with shame, but with sorrow. It wasn't performance. It was confession, and the world of baseball listened. Mantle got a liver transplant in 1995. His body was failing. His voice was quieter. But his heart was still big enough to carry the weight of all he'd meant to the game. When he passed in August of that year, the sport stopped. Fans cried. Old-timers told stories. Broadcasters choked up on air. President Clinton gave a eulogy. Bob Costas wept through his. That's how you measure a legend. Not just by what he did in the batter's box, but by the silence that followed when he left. You can still see Mantle in the modern world of baseball. Every time a kid tapes a number 7 on his back. Every time a switch hitter hits one into the upper deck. Every time someone plays through pain and gives more than they should. Collectors treat his rookie card like gold. Analysts still marvel at the exit velocities he would have posted had StatCast been around in '56. Players still name-drop him in interviews when asked about their heroes. He wasn't perfect, but he was baseball. The heart, the power, the ache, the roar. The name Mickey Mantle still echoes in stadiums, in card shops, on the tongues of old men, and the dreams of young boys. I never saw Mickey Mantle play, not in person, not in real time, but I've seen the footage. I've read the stats. I've talked to the men like my dad and grandfather who did see him, and they don't talk about him like they talk about other players. They talk about him like he was something they survived, something they witnessed, something they'll never see again. And for me, that's what makes Mickey Mantle more than a name in the world of baseball. He's a story passed down like a family heirloom, a legend with dirt on his uniform and lightning in his wrists. He's what happens when talent meets fire, and when that fire burns both bright and fast. When you love baseball the way I do, you hold on to names like Mantle. You protect them. You pass them on. Because one day, some kid's gonna ask who he was, and you're gonna want the words to be ready. That's it for today's episode of World of Baseball. If you like this, make sure to subscribe to my World of Baseball YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram at KPLifeInMotion for more real talk on the world of baseball. Both links are available in the description below.